advice do you have to homeowners?
Practicing that preparedness. Starting the conversation now is always going to be a benefit to any association out there.
And welcome to Recovery Report Live. I'm Dan Odess, president of GlobalPro, where we manage risk to recovery. We've managed more than $1 billion in recovery in the 10 years that we've been in business. And we've helped thousands of policyholders, whether they're business owners, community associations, place insurance. And we're doing more and more and more of that every day because we are in a hard market, a tough market. But I want to be optimistic today. I didn't even write any notes. I didn't really much plan this. I came in here with a sense of positivity. There's a lot of tough times right now. There's a lot of talk in the market about recession, the changes in legislation in the Florida market, and other places in the country that are suffering from natural disasters. We just saw a major event occur in the Midwest with the supercell, and we're dealing with the situation and helping the community as well as policyholders recover from those damages and losses. And we want to continue doing that. And tonight at 5:30, right here at the headquarters in Miami, Coconut Grove, we're going to be celebrating our 10th year with the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce. And I couldn't be more excited to be joined by Jerry Libin and the entire board and many of the other members of the Miami Beach Chamber to bring in our 10 years to celebrate us being a part of that amazing organization. Miami Beach has meant so much to GlobalPro and its growth. We represent so many communities and business owners that make Miami Beach home. Now, Miami Beach is always, of course, used in marketing and advertisement to represent Miami. It's a small piece of Miami, but it's so important. It's so important that it's always been thrust into the limelight and used to help and promote the lifestyle, this amazing paradise that I'm very fortunate to live in, that many of the Northeast and Midwest, because of the pandemic and those hard times, took safe haven here and moved here to I guess, continue on as normal, as much as normal as they possibly can. And that's really what it's about. We have so much to accomplish here in our 10th year. We have so many more goals to achieve in 2022. And doing events with amazing organizations like the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce is an important part of it. Very early on, when I started the company, I found it important to be a part of the community, to become a pillar. And I still aspire to make more of an impact. And I think as a business owner, whether you're in a small, medium, or even a large business owner, or mid-level management, even an employee, take an opportunity to become part of the community. It is, quite frankly, to me, one of the most rewarding things. Now, there's many different ways you can do that, through charity efforts, through chambers of commerce, through other trade organizations, a special interest you may. Maybe it's just a hobby. Maybe a hobby becomes your actual job, who knows? But I find that through these organizations where you find like-minded individuals throughout your community, and you get to find them, right, by going to this, by understanding what they're doing, what makes them tick, how they're making, maybe they're taking your hobby and turning it into a job, or maybe by their involvement in the community, it's helped their business grow and thrive because it gives them kind of that inside edge and knowledge and experience and that seat at the table to be a part of decisions that are being made in our community. And I think right now, when they're suffering through an economic time, there's a major war going on, there's major natural disasters. We had a huge event come through the South Florida region, dumping tremendous amount of water. There's another area of interest right now out in the Gulf. We're gonna see more of those events occur. These things are gonna happen. And it's much more important now, more so than ever before, to step up, for all of us to step up, to be a part of the community, be part of solutions. There's a lot of naysayers out there. There's a lot of people that are going to bring up a lot of issues, a lot of problems. Very few people are going to actually bring solutions. And not only just bring the solutions, but act on those ideas. And I think one of the things that my amazing team at GlobalPro has done every single year for the last 10 years are act on our ideas, our solutions in helping our community grow and thrive, our solutions for changing the insurance industry. We've been actively involved in lobbying efforts and policy changes that have occurred both locally, on the county level, city level, state, federal government. We've participated in charity efforts to raise awareness about issues that are impacting our community, whether that is a disease or mental health issues or poverty and homelessness and and various other interesting, organizations and events and issues that need to get addressed. It's not only just about the splashy social issues that get a lot of attention these days. There are other issues that continue to plague and market our environment, right? And one of the things about South Florida is that we have an incredible environment. We have Biscayne Bay, we have the Miami Beach, the actual beach itself, the coastal regions, the lakes and streams. We have the air around us, right? We have, thankfully, we're grateful to have, quite a bit of rain, but in other parts of the country, not so much. California is suffering through a lot of droughts, and it's impacting major industries and our clients over the years that we have represented and assisted with wildfire claims and various other types of disasters that are as a result of those issues. Those are real issues, and stepping up and not just talking about it and burying our head in the sands. We are a part of solutions, and we encourage other business owners to get involved. And it doesn't matter if it's a money issue, right? There's other ways you can do it just by showing up. It doesn't always take money. And I think one of the things that I think the Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce has done so well is foster this idea that it's not always about the money. Showing up is, I would say, more than 50% of the issue. Just getting people to show up. And if you've seen the events of the past with Miami Beach Chamber, it's been utterly incredible. But there's other great chambers of commerce in the Florida region, as well as Texas, the Midwest, Northeast, throughout the country that do a lot by just showing up. A lot of its members show up and actually become part of those solutions, and rather than just worrying about the problem, right? We know what the problem are. A lot of times it's very easy to identify a problem. It's very hard to find a solution that fits within the economics, the solution that can actually get people to show up, that's interesting enough for, unfortunately, a lot of times these things need to be interesting enough. You need to be able to relate to an actual mass of people to get them interested, to actually get them to show up, to do anything about it. But I think Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce and various others that I've participated a lot in, particularly in the South Florida area. Coral Gables Chambers does an incredible job under the direction of Mark Trowbridge there. Jerry Libin with the Miami Beach Chamber, incredible people, huge pillars of the community. But I've also been involved in chambers of commerce in the Panhandle after the BP oil spill, Orlando. But this isn't about me. I'm just, again, giving an illustration of some of the things that we've done to become part of that solution, to be effective, to make positive change. And again, a lot of the negativity around us it weighs on us as business owners and even our employees, right? But by carrying a positive message as leaders in our community, by being pillars, true pillars. Pillars are strong. They hold up. They hold up the community. They make positive change. That's what this is about. That's what we need to be focusing on right now. Again, I can draw on about, and I did for the last few episodes, admittedly, about the impacts of the legislation. But I did talk about the silver lining of some of it and the necessary change for community associations. Very important. On the insurance side, unfortunately, we continue to negatively trend against policyholders. I talk about solutions. I talk about accountability. I've pushed for accountability. In fact, we were part of a major change in the public adjusting industry by pushing for apprenticeship programs, pushing for accountability on behalf of our industry, public adjusting, as well as others in the construction industry, which we're very active in as well. We push for positive change because there are problems. There are problems that plague the various different industries in which GlobalPro participates in, whether it's technology, whether it's the insurance adjusting, insurance consulting and advocacy, and expert witnessing and things that we do there, as well as on the real estate side, development. And there's issues that plague these industries. But we are part of positive change. We encourage all of you to do the same. And I look forward to everyone that joins us tonight. We have an overwhelming number of RSVPs. We're gonna have amazing cocktails, food. I hope you all join us. Come on by if you're in the neighborhood. We're going to continue celebrating 10 years. That's what all about this year has been about for us and will continue to be, is about celebrating, about continue advocating. I mean, we are overwhelmed by the outpouring support. Gifts have showed up. People are going to arrive early on time. I'm excited about it. I've been told that the RSVP list has been filling up. And so even if you haven't been able to RSVP, you haven't reached out to us and you're hearing this broadcast, I encourage you to stop by, check us out. If you don't know what GlobalPro is about and you want to see that positive change for yourself in person, come. You will hear about it, you will see it. You will see it from my staff, you will see it from our team here. We are always about positivity, about positive change. We have exercised a lot of patience. We've been incredibly persistent over the last 10 years. And tonight, we get to celebrate that with Miami Beach Chamber of Commerce and all of our guests that will be joining us. And we hope you can join us and continue to tune in. And if you haven't already, subscribe to our YouTube channel, subscribe to all of our social media, like us and follow us. That's the best way to find out about what we're doing to make a positive impact on our community. And our community is throughout the country and abroad. It's not just South Florida, and I talk a lot about it. It's not just Texas, where we broadcast from a number of times with Rob Bowlby and our leadership there. It's not about that. Our community is throughout the country. Our clients have assets, whether they're in the United States as well as abroad. Our community associations are, even if you're not in the local market, are watching what's going on and the changes that are happening in other markets and look at things differently and utilize that. We talked about the bellwethers today. Utilize that to make positive change in their own communities. Because just because you're not required to do something doesn't mean that you maybe shouldn't consider doing it if it will positively impact your community. So that's all I have for you today. Short episode, all about positivity, all about GlobalPro celebrating its 10 years and about you helping make positive change in your community. We'll join you next week right here, same time, same place on the Recovery Report Live. Again, if you haven't done it, hit the subscribe button, like us and follow us on the social media. I'm Dan Odess, and I am excited to be here. I am positive about the outlook of what's going to happen. There's going to be a lot of negativity. We're going to push that stuff aside and focus on the positive, make change. That's what this is all about. See you same place, same time, right here on the Recovery Report Live.